Hi, I'm Ashley Kurtz, and I am the founder of Coco's Heart Dog Rescue, and I am very excited to tell you about our buddy Richard and his story in rescue. Since moving to Somerset, we've had more pleas for help than usual. A plea came through about a local hoarding situation and a little baby mini horse who needed help, and that little guy is now known as Richard. The first moment we saw Richard, we immediately realized that he was a dwarf mini horse, so just a smaller version of a mini horse, and typically those little guys come with unhealthy genetics, obviously, that create that dwarfism in mini horses. And you could tell that his front legs and his back legs were not, as straight as they should be, and he was evaluated by a veterinarian, and it was determined that over his next couple checkups that he would need corrective surgery to try to straighten his front legs. And that's something we're really proud of at Coco's Heart, as that is not a small endeavor to help a mini horse get the surgery and care they need to straighten their legs. And he became a part of Coco's Heart in our education programs, and he had a really wonderful first event with Coco's Heart. He participated in our Children's Day, and unfortunately, a week later, he suffered a really terrible injury at his foster placement. In this case, Richard was kicked by a larger horse, and he went down. Sadly, usually when a horse has an injury like this, it's an automatic euthanasia, and we were crying because we did not want to lose Richard. Obviously, if that was the kindest and best decision for him, we would do that, but we just had this hunch that we should explore other options. Thankfully, in Richard's case, because he was so small, that made him a candidate for this life-saving surgery. He immediately was transported to the University of Minnesota and was under the most amazing veterinary care of all time with their staff there. They're equine veterinarians, they're orthopedic surgeons, they're actually dog surgeons, all work together on Richard's case and essentially gave him an FHO surgery, which is something that we've given hundreds of dogs in rescue who have needed that. But this was, of course, the first time a mini horse in rescue has received that surgery. So it was really an incredible moment to realize that we might have a chance to save Richard, and he might be able to live out this legacy we had dreamed of for him. So when Richard was discharged, he had to have special horseshoes on his back legs, and those were designed specifically for him at the University of Minnesota. And over time and through his checkups, he has been able to get off of those special shoes. With Richard making this miraculous recovery, we had to address another crossroads. We had to figure out what placement made the most sense for Richard. Our daily operations coordinator, Johanna, said, yes, I am committed to working on a plan to ensure he receives the best care on site. We came across this really, really wonderful barn, I'll call it, that we're sitting under today, and it was just in time for Richard to be discharged from the University of Minnesota. So that was really cool how it all fell into place. Richard is named after a very special man to all of us at Coco's Heart. He was the grandfather of one of our coordinators, Erica, and the father of one of our amazing volunteers, Julie. He was one of those infectious men who could light up a room and who made such an impact on the lives of those that we love. So Richard made himself at home at Richard's place. He became that volunteer favorite. He was helping to inspire people right out of the gate. But we just felt like Richard needed a companion, and we weren't able to provide him an animal companion right away because of his recovery. But eventually we were able to get the go-ahead to bring him over a companion, and that was going to be our amazing and beloved mini horse named Donk, who was in rescue. He had also come from a local hoarding situation, and he had to have one eye removed from an injury. So he was a one-eyed mini horse who can be a little bit skittish at first, but has just one of those big hearts with so much love to give. He came to join Richard's place. He has what's called Donk's Cabana, and it matches Richard's place, and that's his very own place on site to be part of Coco's Heart in our community, and ultimately, most importantly, Richard's BFF. We had some incredible sponsors step forward to help us with some of the bigger purchases. We do still have some sponsorship opportunities available that we very much are hoping to fill. Individuals or businesses can help sponsor the barn or the fence, and essentially that helps us continue to provide the best care for Richard and our other mini horses on site. So our volunteers that help with Richard and Richard's place include his chore team and his enrichment team. What's really cool is the enrichment team opportunities are available for humans of all ages. So children who are interested in volunteering with their parents can help take care of Richard. And Richard has made it very clear that most of his favorite people are our young supporters and the children in our community. And I think that they help brighten his day as much as he helps to brighten their days.